little storm clouds, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. I want to make a quick disclaimer before I go any further into the video. This will be listed as a paid partnership, but I am not being made to make this video, but because they are cracking down on some new laws with creators and making disclosures for ads, because I have been gifted some packs previously from the EA Creator Network, I am going to label this as a paid partnership. But today I'm going to show you some of these underrated outdoor items that you need to use in your builds because they just add so much to it, and you might not know about these items because some of them are a little bit more hidden. The first item I'm going to show you is the Fireflies. This is one of my big ones and I use it in a lot of my builds because I think it just adds so much ambience. When you get these Fireflies out, they are just going to look like this. It looks like nothing. Don't worry, your build mode is not broken. It's just because these will not show in build mode. So what I'm going to do is place a couple of these around. I like to hide them in things just when I'm building so I just don't see this horrible looking flat thing. So I'll dot these around like under plants. You can even raise these up if you want some of them flying around a little bit higher. I'm going to place quite a few down because only a couple appear per one click of these. You can also size them down. It will just size down the image. It won't size them down in live mode. And let's just like place just in the top of the car. So like I said, you're not going to see anything just yet, but if you go into live mode, and again, you're not really going to see anything because it's daytime, so nothing is going to show up. But if I just go ahead and skip to nighttime, right, and then you have to press play, and there we go. You can see the little fireflies appearing in. More will start to appear the darker it gets. Any areas where it is lit by the sun still, they won't appear in. They'll just appear in the darker areas. So yeah, they just look super beautiful. And if you're doing like a fantasy build or an outdoor build, I just think they look super stunning. Even adding them in your Sims back garden, I think is a really nice idea too. So another item is found in the same section of the Fireflies. If I didn't mention it, these are found in the outdoor water decor. And if you go down to the bottom, you've got this little picture of a duck or a swan. If you click on that, you'll get all these different options. And all of these are pretty good, but these are just some of my favourites. So I'm going to make a pond first. Now I'm going to add the pair of swans. And I'll also add these. This is quite a small pond. You can see they're graded size here. They will swim around that sort of area. So these are going to go on the ground. I will show you these work swimming on the ground as well. It is pretty funny. And if I just go again into live mode, sorry, it is nighttime. But you can see the swans and ducks. They're a bit high up here. Again, it's because of the pond size. I would have to make the pond bigger and they would sit lower actually in the pond. So that is my bad. I will fix that in a second. And then here we have them just swimming in the ground. They do that as well. So another pond item, which is slightly different from the ducks and the swans. Another pool item, which this one's not base game. This one is from Snowy Escape. It has to be the one from Snowy Escape, is these water lilies. There's a reason for this. I'm going to place them in this pond. I'm just going to change the time of day for you so you can actually see them. So you can see now I've gone into live mode and I've made it light enough. We have some koi actually swimming under these lily pads. Big thing across a lot of these underrated items for me is adding some ambience to the builds. It just really elevates your build. It's like one of the things you add them as like last little touches, and I just think it looks so cute then just swimming around under those lily pads. And you can add multiple of these as well if you wanted more of these koi fish. Also size down the lily pads if they're too big and blocking your view, and it won't size down the fish. The fish will stay the same size and still swim around, but the lily pads are a little bit more out of view if you want to do that instead. So the next two items are found in cottage living, and you want to go to activities and skills to find these items and then go to outdoor activities. First item is the wild rabbit home. I'm just going to get both of these out, and the other one is flock of wild birds. You do have to unlock these by befriending a rabbit and the wild birds. So if you have cottage living, you'll find these so you can befriend the wild birds. And you can find rabbits just jumping around the world and you'll be able to befriend them. And then you will be able to put these in your build. Or you can just use the ignore unlocks cheat. So if I just press play with these items, first one you'll be able to see is mostly from this one. You can see there's birds flying around. Be careful not to put these too close to your home or you will get birds in your house. because they just fly in the same direction. I think they have like an area where they'll fly around. You can see how many's coming out here. But the rabbits may sometimes just come out on their own, but you can lure them out as well. Oh, you can see we have one here. There will be different colours of rabbits that you can befriend these rabbits, and you can ask them for gardening help. If you also didn't know, you can actually kill your Sims using the rabbits as well. But they are super cute, and another little fun fact about the rabbits is these can be actually sized up or down. I'm going to show you this one here. I can copy it because I've got a mod on. I don't think you can normally copy debug items, but you can make them really big, or you could even make them teeny tiny. How small can I go? That's as small as I can go. And then if I go in live mode, they still move like the normal rabbits. They're just really big. Like, look at the size of my infant, and there is my, oh, look at the little baby one. Its shadow is still a normal size. It's so cute. I cannot. So yeah, you can do that with the rabbits, which is really fun. You can also do this with the chickens as well. But yeah, you can see the birds. How cute. I paused it so you can sort of see. And they just fly around this, go into it. They go to sleep at night. There's one just here on the floor. But yeah, they're super cute. Can I size it? Oh my god. I did not know you could actually size the birds up. That is pretty funny. I can't do the one that's in the air, but the one that's landed. Can I do this one? No. So you can only do it on the one that's landed. I want to play this and see what happens. That is actually the best thing ever, and I've just found that out on here. Right, before he flies away, I am going to remove him. So the last outdoor underrated item is the steaming ornate, and for this I'm going to need a pool. Then if you go to outdoor water decor and then go to pool objects, there's a few different ones. So we have like the steamer, we have the jumbo bubbles crack, the big bubbles and steam, and the steaming ornate. These are the two that I'm on about, the ones that mention steam. I'm just gonna pop them in the bottom of my pool and press play, and hopefully you will see what happens. You can see that steam is appearing on the top. The great thing is these actually heat your pool. Depending on the size of your pool, you may have to place quite a lot of these down to heat the pool. Also, you can also use the lot tray of the geothermal lot tray, I think it is, and that will also heat your pool, so in winter your Sims will be warm. Bear in mind, like I said, you need quite a few of these to heat the full pool, especially if you have a larger pool. And the last little thing with these is, I've done a video on this before, is if you build a basement, so I'm just going to grab the basement tool, draw a basement, and this works better at night time. I'm just going to place one of these in that basement, and again you have to wait till you go into live mode and go back up to the top. If I press play, you will see that steam starting to appear on the ground. So if you want fog in your builds, I did this for my haunted mansion builds, and I made the steam a colour. I made it green. So another thing you can do is add a light to this. So if I just go to my lights, and I'm just going to use the terrestrial saucer, and I have a mod so I can do this in build mode. It is the better build by mod, but if you don't, click on a light when you are in live mode and you will get just these options here. You won't get a colour wheel. The colour wheel is part of the mod, so you can be a bit more exact, but you get these options, and these options are good enough. Let's make it violet, and if I just pop this over the top of this grate, when you come up, you can't really see it during the day. I'm going to change it back to night so you can see this. There we go. Now if I go over here, now my lights can be on, you can see I have this pink coloured fog, and you can do this in any single colour you want. Like I said, it's great for like haunted builds or graveyard builds if you want to add some ambience. I think it can look absolutely fantastic, so big tip with that one. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!